Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Source Code. I am the social media superstar. I am the glitch in the system, and I am Jay Walker. And I am freezing because it is almost minus 40 outside with the wind chill, and I'm recording this in my car without the power on, so there's no rumbling going on in the background for you. Really interesting episode here. I was in a business meeting. It was a webinar, I guess, and they were talking about millennials. And I just sort of started piecing together the puzzle and noticing that there's a huge difference in the generational wrestling fans. And I thought I'd break that down today just to see what your thoughts are and just to kind of get everything off of my chest that I discovered while kind of diving into this topic. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it. So as I said, I was sitting down in a business meeting yesterday where the focus was on millennials, discussing who they are as a generation, how they spend their money, what their expectations are as consumers. And I was in the room with two baby boomer generation businessmen, and their cynical opinions and perceptions on millennials was shocking to me, especially considering they were sitting right next to one and just boasting their opinions out loud like that in a negative fashion. Obviously, you hear about entitlement all the time as the number one defining quality by other generations about ours. But in the minds and egos of these baby boomers, they believe they're right and we're just big dreamers that don't understand how the real world works. Their jaded views and opinions, though, have actually blinded them to the fact that the real world has changed so much in the last 15 years. And after the meeting and looking at a ton of data, it was apparent that their generation was very much focused on faking it until you make it. Work ridiculous hours at a job, go out for fine dining, dress the part, own a bunch of stuff, just to show off to your wealth and try to make you come off bigger than what you really are. While our generation, the millennials, as we like to be called apparently, are all about efficiency, transparency, and experience. We want to enjoy our time here. We want to work smarter, not harder, and enjoy the simple and fun things in life. We pour our hearts out on digital platforms. We don't pretend to be something bigger than what we are. So how does this all tie into wrestling? I think it mirrors the real world. I think we're seeing a huge generational shift in what a wrestling fan wants. And right now, two completely clashing ideologies are currently butting heads, with the gap growing by the day. There's a whole wave of fans that don't care about heels and babyface alignment or hokey stories. They want to connect with the wrestlers and their journeys on a human level. They want to see them succeed and get their time and have big moments and big matches. They want to be inspired by them. And they're willing to travel and commit to the live experience of the event more because they're so much more emotionally attached to the performers. And they're much more forgiving for a less than stellar show because they still find the fun in the little things about it rather than nitpick and complain. They're not interested in corporations and forced agendas and scripts. They want the talent to be themselves and have the creative freedom to express themselves. The old fan base is very religiously devoted to one promotion, still passionate, but very negative on others' opinions. I believe this new fan base is much more open and accepting of other fans and what they like. And it's funny how art imitates life. It's just people evolving. We want more out of our wrestling now and appreciate the hard work and effort behind the scenes to create what we love as entertainment. It's all about the personal experience and the journey because that's much more interesting than convoluted soap opera-like storylines. What do you guys think? Do you identify under this new fan base? Do you see this trend evolving? Do you kind of get what I'm saying here? I think we demand less and appreciate more of what we're seeing on the screens. Hit me up with your thoughts. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. You know already because you are messaging me about these podcasts, and I really appreciate it. But until next time, guys, thanks for listening. Have a great day.